Hey everyone, it's your girl Melanie, and I'm sure you've seen some of my previous hair dye hacks. But I've gotten a lot of requests from you regarding how I get this hair color. So I decided to make a little bonus video for you guys showing you all the steps that I take to achieve this hair color without the use of bleach. This is pretty much my natural hair color. It's kind of like that dirty dishwater blonde color. This process might not work for everybody, specifically if you have black or dark brown hair. I don't know how well it would work on someone with gray hair. This might not be approved by someone like Brad Mondo or any regular hairstylist out there. But these are the steps I do, and I will list all the products that I use in the description below. Now, dyeing my hair for me is a 3-step process, and I like to do it over the course of 3 days. You can absolutely do this in 1 day or 2 days, but I like to rinse my hair in the shower, and I really don't feel like getting in and out of the shower 3 times in 1 day. If your hair is really porous or damaged, you may want to start with a product like Olaplex Bond Builder. This is an extra strengthening treatment that you use before you wash your hair, and then follow it up with your favorite shampoo. Now, I prefer to use this one. This is Ion Color Solutions Clarifying Shampoo. It's safe for color treated hair, and it does a good job of getting out any buildup or dirt or grease in your hair. So for me, this is day 2. I've already washed my hair with this clarifying shampoo, and I do not have a conditioner on it. It is just fresh, clean hair. In order to keep it as healthy as possible, I'm only going to focus on my roots today. And here's the list of the products that I'm going to be using. And don't worry if you don't remember what I'm talking about. I'm going to have this whole list in the description below the video. I use L'Oreal High Color Highlights Magenta Permanent Hair Color, because not only is it a bright permanent hair color, but it's also a high lift color, and I feel like it kind of does double duty on darker roots. And then I also have like this metal squeegee thing that helps me get pretty much every last drop of color out of my dye. Then you also need your developer. They do recommend using a 20 or 30 developer, but because I don't want that much lift, I use a 10 and a 20 developer. And I know you guys are gonna think I'm weird, and I honestly don't know why I do it, but I have been doing it like this for a long time. Next, you're also going to want a little mixing bowl. You're also gonna want a brush, and it sits really nicely in the bowl. Make sure you have some gloves, because just use gloves. Then I also use a little measuring cup. This one has like ounces, and this is what I use to help me measure my developer. Then I also have like an old dirty hairbrush. I have an old dirty clip that I use just for dyeing my hair. And then I also have a shower cap that I use. You don't have to reuse them, but I'm just cheap and I don't really care, so I just reuse the same one. This is just like a leopard print vinyl cape. You can see I've used it a million times, and I've had this for years, and it has like Velcro. Make sure you have an old towel. I put this on the floor to catch any drips and spills. And the final color I use is Lime Crime Unicorn Hair. This is the chocolate cherry color, and I just love that pretty color. And I also have like an old jar that I use to dump this color into, along with a little plastic spoon. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put my cape on. I like using a cape because when I'm ready to rinse out my hair, I just kind of whip this thing off and I'm ready to go. I'm going to just go ahead and put my hair all on the top of my head, leaving my roots exposed. The total amount that comes in this container is 1.2. Since we are only using half of that, this is actually 0.6 ounces. The first time you use this will be sealed, so you're going to use this little pointy thing on the end to open it. But I'm going to go ahead and put it in my bowl. And I'd say that's used up. You're going to want to use double the amount of developer as you have of the product. And because I like to mix them, I actually do 0.6 of the 20. I'd say that's good. And 0.6 of the 10.
So much better.
So I'm kind of just eyeballing it. I think that's good. And now I'm going to go ahead and pour it on top of my dye. So I'm going to take my brush and just Mix, 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 mix. I usually like to mix my color over my sink just because it's less messy. All right, now my dye looks beautiful. And I'm going to get started doing around my entire hairline. And unfortunately, when I dye my hair myself, I can't always see where it's going. So I just do the best I can. Next, I'm going to start sectioning and doing it one row at a time. I'm just gonna take my fingers and make sure I get all my roots really good. And I'm gonna put it up in a shower cap and let this process for 30 minutes. There's absolutely nothing in my hair, no product, and I'm going to let this air dry because I don't need the damage of the heat styling at this time because I still have one more step. So today is day 3. You can see I did my roots yesterday, and today we are going to go over the entire thing with this semi-permanent hair color. Lime crime, unicorn hair, chocolate cherry, and it matches my towels. This is what it looks like. Now, unfortunately, this bottle is really small and it's very difficult for me to get my hands or even fit this brush into. I have an old container from Overtone that I actually used to use to color my hair, and I have been putting my unicorn hair into this. And if you're wondering, the dye in here is from a previous application of the Lime Crime Unicorn hair. So we're gonna remove the seal.
Bye!
You guys, this stuff is really messy and it smells nice. And to help me out, I have this little plastic spoon that I just got at probably Dairy Queen or something. And I'm just gonna put the lid on it. You guys see I wrote unicorn hair. And just flatten it out. Now the technique I use is very similar to doing my roots. I'm gonna start by putting my hair at the top of my head. And I'm going to use the same brush that I used yesterday and do all the edges of my hair. Oh, that's nice. Ah! That was a little close to my eye. And since I'm going to be doing all of my hair, I don't care if this brush goes a little further than necessary because I will be touching every strand of my hair. Now I'm going to section my hair and I'm going to coat every strand. I like to use the brush along the edges, and then I just stick my fingers in the jar and rub them together and just start going to town. I only do this on dry hair because it takes the color the best. Now, I don't really have a rhyme or reason for how much color I take. I just kind of get enough to ensure that I am able to cover all the strands of my hair. Thicker sections I use a little more. Check the back, make sure that you don't leave any dry areas. And this does happen to me sometimes. I'm just gonna take my fingers through my hair and make sure I got everything saturated. This is how much is left after this one treatment. There should be enough left over for one more time. And now I'm gonna just pile my hair on top of my head, my little clippy, put it up in a shower cap, and then I'm gonna let this process for 1 hour. And to clean it up, I'm gonna get a little cotton, my little bottle of alcohol, and just rub this off. I look like I got in a paintball fight with Barbie. The rest will likely come off in the shower. And if you do get a little bit on your fingers, just use a little bit of hand sanitizer. And then I just kind of dry it off, and that helps quite a bit. All right, hair is freshly rinsed and I got all of the product pretty much off of my skin. I highly suggest you get yourself a spin brush. You can see the pink got on this thing. This was all that was on my face, and this was all that was on my body. And when I washed it, I did not use anything in my hair. I just used warm water followed by cold water. I'm actually just gonna use a leave-in conditioner right now. I'm gonna use Olaplex number 6 Bond Smoother today, just a tiny amount, just to give it a little added strength because my hair just went through a lot. So now my hair is dry and it is ready for the final step of flat ironing. I have a little cotton and some alcohol ready to get any spots that I missed along the way. Look at this shiny, fresh color. And you can see the color goes all the way through. That's one of the reasons why I love this color so much, is because it's super true to the color that comes in this container. It's also pretty affordable. With my long hair, I can get 2 uses out of 1 container. This product does have a couple of downsides. Number 1, it bleeds like crazy. Your clothes might be pink, your shower might be pink. It's pink because my hair color bleeds on my neck. I will deal with the color bleed because I am in love with this color and I get so many compliments on it. And there's nothing better than seeing your freshly dyed hair glistening in the sun. Now for maintenance, I only typically wash my hair once or twice a week max. And my favorite is this Redken Color Extend Magnetics shampoo and conditioner. You guys, I love this stuff. It's a little bit pricey, but it is so worth it and it makes your hair feel like silk. So I hope some of you found this video helpful. If you have any other video requests that you'd like to see, leave me a comment and let me know. And who knows, maybe I'll do another bonus video just for you. As always, thank you so much for watching.